All right, Jim, start over.
Okay, class has begun.
All right, class has begun.
So I can hear it again, trust
All
me.
So, again, keep it simple. Don't try to, say I'm going to paint something that I think, Leonardo would do, or, anything very real realistic, or, any style painting. Just take a minute or a second or two in your head and say, I would like to have a painting that looked like this. And then take something, there's two ways to focus. Number one, take something that's in your environment. It could be people across the table, it could be, something in the structural thing of the house, or, it could actually be in your memory, a structural thing in your memory of people or a thing or something like that, and focus on that thing and that you want to create as an image. And try, as you go along, you'll elaborate that. If it's not something that is a thing or a place or something like that, and it's a fabrication of colors put together, focus on that, the image, like some of these images of, the fabrics you had, or images of, the brick over there, or
Yeah, I was
something
thinking
like
of
that.
the brick because of quilts.
Yeah, taking things that you want to use as an image you see in your head that you like, and then try to create an image on your painting that you like looking at. You don't try to create something you think other people will like looking at. Create something that you would like, that really looks good to you. The colors, shapes, images.
How do we mix these acrylics?
How do you mix them?
Or they just, you just take,
You can mix them on the plate there.
how do we know what colors they are?
They're just labeled.
Oh, they say on it.
They're all labeled.
See, and there's the color right there. White, blue, green.
You can take a little.
You just put a little bit on
Everybody's got a
here.
little water. You can water them down a little bit. Those things will go all the way from watercolor.
I've never
to,
used acrylics.
Yeah, they can go in body. They can go all the way from watercolor to oil in terms of how they work. If they're straight out of the tube,
They're strong.
pasty.
They're intense.
And they look like little.
Okay, Jim, wrap it up. You can
But-
mix them with this if you want. With the colors on there.
One other quick thing as far as an image goes, this is a personal thing I like, is regardless of what you're doing, try to create some kind of perspective and depth. Where you show that it's not right on the surface. Usually like kids, for example, if you ask them to draw a picture of a house or something like that, every part of the picture is all right on the surface. The house is right there.
That would have been mine.
Right on the surface. Grandma Moses, her stuff was like that.
Yes, it was.
But she had different lines going back in hills, and so it gave it some depth, but otherwise her stuff was like a wagon with a horse or something like that going down the road. It was just a silhouette.
I just have to get your horses and.
Get this one too.
Which one?
My dad painted that,
Oh my
and it's
gosh.
so special to me.
Oh my
See?
gosh, how nice.
I love it.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
because
buddy.
I'm going to hang it up in here somewhere. I just haven't figured out where.
Mm-hmm.
And this,
Really nice things.
my friends and I, before I left Richmond, we had a party, and each of my women friends, we each painted a hat.
Oh my gosh, how
And
nice.
so this is from them to me.
You mean it was a collaborative painting where
Yes.
everyone.
We had it sitting out on the table the whole evening, and people would just come over and take their turn, and they would just, each one drew a hat.
Oh, how
Oh, I'm
nice.
sorry, these are cakes.
Yeah, I was
This
wondering.
is,
No, it's
what's his
okay.
name? Not Tebow. the artist, he has a painting, there's an artist that has a painting very similar. Of course, it's much more refined, but we use that as our inspiration. So we each created.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Well, what is this one? I know you did. This is a
I took
photograph
a-
you took.
I took a photo in Wyoming.
Uh-huh.
Well, of course, this is my photo too. But this is a photo, and then my daughter-in-law, Annie, used inks, and it's on a wooden board, and she replicated it.
I see.
But hers is much more beautiful.
I love
And
your
this is my
photographs
friend
around.
Cynthia from Richmond, Virginia, Cynthia Erdl. She painted this at art camp and many years ago, and I saw it and I loved it. And for
Yeah.
years I admired it. And I said, if you're ever going to sell it, tell me first.
Mm-hmm.
And I finally said I have to have it for my bedroom, and I love it. There's
Yeah,
something
that's
about
beautiful.
it I love.
It kind of reminds me of the Van Gogh Insane Asylum
Yes!
pictures. Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
Jim's continuing his lecture.
Okay, I'm coming back.
The sense of it. The depth for this, the photograph, are these different layers. You know what I mean?
What makes them the black line that separates them?
That's a shadow. Yeah. So, it
Okay.
just, see the depth to it?
I'm expecting.
Yeah.
Now, you
All right,
know,
honey.
just the 30 seconds of connection here.
We need to get started.
In the, after photography came along, the painters started doing things to be different.
Oh.
And they started creating somewhat realistic stuff that had depth to it. But they did a lot of weird stuff like Van Gogh and Degas and Toulouse-Lautrec. You know, like in France, he was sitting in a restaurant, or that's what I said, and you know, instead of just having the perspective of the table, he turned the table so it was like this, you know, to throw you off a little bit. Just creating something that, you know, messed with your.
Okay, honey, we need to start.
Okay.
I love you, but it's kind of too much information.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you,
All right.
darling.
Okay.
It's not too much information. It's just more than we could process
I
at
mean,
the
it's
moment.
more than one evening.
All right. Think about it.
Thank you.